Hey everybody, Tori here for December Daily Day 8. So yesterday was the 7th and I created this super simple page with a photo and some journaling, well, 2 photos and some journaling that I did on Illustrator. Added a couple embellishments, a tiny word sticker, and it was done. Yesterday's video is pretty simple, but I still love the way that it turned out, and I think it has a funny story, so it's still worth being in here. Today I'm going to work on December Daily Day 8, and I thought about having 2 photos. I had another photo I was thinking about including, but in the end I decided to just go with this one photo of my parents just because I really love the photo, and I thought the other photo I was planning on using might take away from this really cute photo of them. I did turn the photo black and white just because I felt like it's pretty busy, so I thought I like the black and white, and also this year I really wanted to include more black and white photos. I've done it a couple times here, so I think I'm gonna try to include more black and white photos just because they make me really happy. So if something makes you happy, why not do it? So anywho, I'm gonna work on December Daily Day 8, and I have this really cute photo of my parents and the number 8, and that's basically all I have so far. I don't really have any other plans other than that. So I'm gonna pull out a page protector. I'm thinking I'll use one of these ones that's 2 4x6s maybe, and I have that, and then I'll just go from there. I think today's is just gonna be like 1 page, like not a lot of craziness. But one thing I do want to do is, one of the things I really like doing is separating days. So if I have multiple days like in one open spread, I want to separate them. So I'm thinking I might start there and grab some vellum or something, so that I can separate these 2 days. Or I might wait till the end after I've decorated this page or done this page and then go back and do that. So let's get started by creating the page. So I wanted to look for some journaling cards to fill in that bottom spot, and I found this one that said like gathered all together that I really liked. I just like the style of it, but I basically just went through all of my 4x6s just trying to see what I thought might work. I also had this one from a number of years ago that said sweater weather is better weather, and I love that card. I've been wanting to use it forever but just never found the right place to use it. And since both of my parents are wearing sweaters, I figured this would be a good picture to put with it. But I also knew that if I put that there, I wouldn't have any space for journaling. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a flip up pocket so I can have the sweater weather is better weather, and then I can have journaling underneath that. And I wanted to find some way to put the 8 down, and I thought it would look pretty with one of these glittery stars from Ali Edwards. And so I took one of the biggest one, and I'm going to stick it down in the middle of that photo of my parents, and I'm going to glue the number 8 on top of that. One thing I just wanted to say about these stars is the glitter gets everywhere. Like, the glitter is not secure. So if you don't like glitter, that might bother you. But I actually saw this really cool thing on YouTube the other day. I was watching a YouTube video by Amy Gretchen, and she used those gold glitter stars, and what she did was she added a layer of clear embossing powder on top of them so that the glitter wouldn't go everywhere. And honestly, I think that's genius. So I might go back and do this to like the rest of the stars from now on, because I don't want glitter to be everywhere. Like, I love glitter, but I also want it to like stay on the star, and I'm afraid like if too much brushes off that it won't be gold glittery anymore. So anyways, so once I glued down the star and glued down the 8, I decided to cut off the little extra pieces and adhere them to the bottom card so that the star would kind of go across both cards. And now I'm kind of trying to decide how I want my pocket to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere 2 cards back to back. I have that sweater weather is better card, and I believe that came from Studio Calico like 4 years ago, I don't know. And then I have this red candy cane stripe journaling card, which actually came from the Home for the Holidays collection that I co-designed with Wild Whisper, which, yay, I designed that card and I get to use it, which is really fun. And I adhere that to the back, and then I'm also going to use the Gathered All Together card. And what I need to do is I need to kind of combine those 2 cards together, and I'm going to create like a little hinge here, and I'm going to use some of the We Are Memory Keepers tab stickers. So they're meant to be for tabs, but I've used them a couple times as like a clear hinge, if that makes sense. And it's like a great way to adhere your cards together and have this like hinge. The one thing to note about them is because they're not like meant to be hinges, they kind of pop up a little bit. So I usually find that if I use them as a hinge, I have to use like a paper clip or something to hold down the card. But maybe after a while of being in an album, it would also hold it down just naturally. But just so you know. So next I was just going through my different paper clips to try to decide how I was going to hold that down. I thought about using one of those cute little reindeer paper clips or making my own paper clip, but then in the end I decided to go with a star paper clip from Felicity Jane, just those like little tiny stars. So that's what I'll end up using, even though I did play around with the other paper clip for so long because it was just so cute. So now that I know how I'm going to stick that in there, I want to add my journaling. And I also felt like that that candy cane card needed a little something extra. So I decided to use another one of those gold stars, just a smaller one, and just adhere it to the top of that card. I actually peeled off a little bit of the backing so it wasn't so thick, and stuck it down, and then I'm going to just add a tiny word sticker under there too. I think the tiny word sticker just said family or traditions. Can't really see. Oh, it said together. And then I'm going to just add my lines and do my journaling. So I just drew sketchy lines, and then I'm just going to journal a little bit about how I love spending time with my parents and how I'm really thankful for them. We had gone out to dinner that day, and it was just really nice that after like a long, hard day at work, I could just go out for dinner with my parents and just chat and have fun. And we went for dim sum, which is like Chinese food, and it was really good. So, and they went there specifically because they knew it was like one of my favorite places. So it was fun. So after I added my journaling, I'm just going to pop it in that card there and then use the little paper clip to hold it down. And today's layout, day number 8, is actually really simple. That's pretty much all I did. I didn't end up adding anything else to that layout other than deciding that I wanted to have a transparency to separate it, like I had mentioned I was going to do earlier. So I kind of played around with a couple different ones to see which ones I liked, and I decided on this black polka dot one, which I believe I got from Felicity Jane, I want to say, but maybe not. I think it's Felicity Jane. And then I felt like I wanted to add a tab, and I added a little tab, and I also added this little Snow and Cocoa or fa la la snowman dude because he was just adorable, and I thought it would be like a cute page. And he had one of those like beanie hats that have like a fluffy ball on the top, and I was just sitting there thinking, you know what would be really cute if I added a fluffy ball to the top of his hat. And I had these little pom-poms in my stash, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use one of those. So I cut the pom-pom in half and glued it down, so now his little hat peeks out the top of the album with the little fluffy ball on top. It's just super cute. It's like one of those cute details that I just love adding to my projects. So that's it for day 8. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or thoughts, let me know what they are below. And let me know if you've ever tried dim sum in the comments. Bye!